Welcome friends back to my lecture. In the last lecture, if you have seen, we have discussed about the polarity or the sign convention of power. That means whether the power is being delivered or the power is being consumed by an element. So we have if you remember, we marked something like the some thumb rule for us. Like if you have an element between the two terminals one and two. And let us say if I mark the polarities to be like this, that is terminal 1 is positive and terminal 2 is negative, and the direction of current, if I show it like this, that means current is entering the positive terminal of the element and it is leaving out the negative terminal. Then we said that power is positive. Okay? If the current enters the positive terminal of the element, we say the power is positive. And if the power is positive, that means we have said that power is being, absorbed by the element. That means power is being absorbed by the element. And similarly, if I say the same element between the same terminals 1 and 2, and if you say that polarities are minus and plus, opposite to the previous one, and let us say the direction of current is still the same. Okay, current is still the same. Then we say that if current enters the negative terminal of the polarity of voltage, we say that power is negative. That means power is being supplied by the element. This element is supplying the power. And it is not that the direction of current is entering the positive or like that. The same above circuit, I can show it like this with the polarities reverse, minus and plus. Okay, with minus and plus, and maybe current can enter like this also from 2. Still you see, if current is entering the positive terminal of the voltage, see here also current is entering, this current I is entering the positive terminal. So still you can say that this element power is positive. That means the element is absorbing the power. Fine. So it is just, you have to be careful that whether the current is entering the positive or the negative terminal voltage which is applied across the element, or the voltage of the any source. So depending upon this sign convention, let us try to solve one problem. Okay, so the problem, if you see here, states that in the figure shown, this figure shown, determine the power supplied or absorbed. That means we have to determine whether the power is being supplied or the power is being absorbed by whom? By the voltage source. Okay, that means here if you see, we have a voltage source. This voltage source, we have a voltage source. We have to determine whether the power is being delivered by this voltage source or power is being consumed by this voltage source. Under what conditions? Under the conditions that first one, when the voltage is having a value of 1 volt and current is of 2 amperes. So let us try to solve this. It's very simple. It's very simple. Let us try to answer solution. Okay, solution for the first bit. So keep in mind that whenever you try to solve the problems, always mark the terminals with something like A, and this point will not be A, it will be B only, because between point A and point B you have a source, voltage source. Now if you come like this, see, I'm going in this way. If I reach this point, there is no any element between these 2 points. So this point and this point are both at the same potential. So this will also be A. Similarly, this point is B, means this point is also B. Okay, this you should keep in mind. Now let us find out. The first bit says that if voltage V is of 1 volt and current is of 2 amperes, okay, determine power. Now you see, come to the figure. Here we see that current is coming like this, current is coming like this. Direction of arrow indicates that this is the direction of current, that you keep in mind. Arrow indicates that current is going upwards, it is going towards A. It is going like this, it is going like this, and then current is entering like this, and then it is going like this. Okay, and then it is entering here like this. So if you see the direction of current, current is entering which terminal of the source, positive or negative? If you see right now, it is entering the positive terminal of the source. So as we know that our sign convention says that if current enters the positive terminal of the source, power is positive. Therefore, in this case also power is V into I only, where V is 1, I is 2, it is 2 watt positive. That means this voltage source is consuming or absorbing the power. It's very simple. It's very simple. Okay. So first bit is done. Now let us try to erase this and try to see the second bit of the problem. Sorry. Second bit says that, second bit if you see, it says that if the voltage V, voltage source is of 6 volts now. Okay, voltage is 6 volts and I is minus 4 amperes. Then what will be the power? What will be the power for the voltage source? Whether it is going to consume the power or it is going to supply the power. It's very simple. Say power expression will be the same, V into I. Now the question is, I is minus 4. Now in the figure, if you see, I is and current source value is I and direction is given like this. If you say that I is equals to minus 4, you can write like this also. I equals to minus 4. I equals to minus 4. And then you can solve the problem like this. P equals to V into I. Let us say this current is still, if you see, this current, if you see here, this current is coming like this and entering the positive of the battery. So power is V into I. What is the value of voltage given to you right now? Let me, don't get confused. Okay, don't get confused. This is still the capital V only. This is V into I. Okay. What is the value of voltage source? It is still 6 into what current is entering the positive. Current is entering the positive of the voltage source. So power is positive for me. But let us try to put the values of voltage and current and see what we find out. Okay. And I equals to how much now? I equals to minus 4. I is minus 4. So how much you're getting? You're getting minus 24 watts. So power is coming out to be negative. Negative power means what? This voltage source is not consuming the power, it is delivering the power. So, but according to the directions what you have considered here, it shows that voltage source is consuming the power, but that is not right. Why? Because current I equals to minus 4 is given to you. So if I redraw that circuit again, I equals to minus 4 means actual direction of circuit, actual direction of current in the original circuit is like this, plus minus, okay, actual direction. And this is I given to you, this is V given to you. But now you are saying that, now they're saying that current is minus 4. Minus 4 indicates that direction is downwards, minus. And polarity of the voltage source is still same, plus and minus V, no problem. Voltage is same, the same polarity. But in the original circuit, if you see, this was the polarity, this was the direction of current given to you, and its value was I. Now if you say that I is minus 4, that means when compared to the original circuit, direction of I will be like this. This will be I now. Now you see, current is going like this. Current is going like this, and it is entering the negative. So whenever current enters the negative terminal, you say what? Power is being delivered by this source. And that is what you got, minus 24 watts, means power is being delivered by the source. Let us come to problem number part C. Part C says that voltage is minus 12, current is minus 16. Voltage is minus 12 and current is minus 16. So what should we do now? So if I draw the original circuit, original circuit was like this, okay? And this was the polarity of the voltage source, okay? And this was I. Now when and now this polarity is given to you, says that the direction of current is like this and voltage is like this. Now you are saying that voltage is minus 12 and current is minus 16. That indicates that the direction of current should be downwards because it is minus 16. This will be I now. And let us draw the voltage source is also minus 12. So voltage polarity also minus this, like this. This is V. Now if you find out power like this, V into I, you have to just take voltage to be 12 and current to be 16 and current to be 16, not minus and minus. Why? Because already you have changed the directions. When compared to the previous circuit or original circuit, you have already changed the polarity directions. Therefore, there is no need to put minus 12 and minus 16 here because already you have changed the directions. This will come out to be, approximately, if you find out, this should be somewhere 192 watts. Okay, 192 watts. Fine. Other way around, somebody can say, no, sir, I will still use this circuit and try to find out the power. I will not change the direction of current. That is also fine. So what you do, you know that power is V into I. Fine. Now you see in the original circuit, you know that current is entering the positive. So power is positive for me. But what is the value of V given to you? Minus 12. What is the value of I given to you? Minus 16. So minus minus will become plus and you will get 192 watts. With the original circuit also you are getting the same answer and power is being consumed by the source. So, either you can consider this minus signs and change the directions in the original circuit and redraw it and solve it. Other way around, you can just write the expression for power, substitute the values of voltage and current you have got and find out whether power is coming out to be positive or negative. It's very simple. So don't get confused. Okay. So let me solve at least one more problem for today. Uh, let me draw one circuit like this. Okay, a dependent source. I think you all might be knowing what is a dependent source. If you don't know, maybe we can have one lecture on this. This is the volt dependent source. And let us say you have a battery like this. And then I have a current source like this. Fine. And let me draw it like this. Okay. Let me mark this value to be plus minus and it is 2 into capital I. Okay. And let us say the power here is P2. And this is plus minus a battery of voltage 8 volts and power is P1. And let us say this current source value is I. So this I will go like this. This will be I here also. See, only obviously in the entire circuit, you have a current source of value I. So all the circuit will have the same current I. It is series circuit, series circuit. So if the current is I, entire circuit will have the current I. The problem is that we have to find out what is the value of P1 is how much and how much is your P2. It means power consumed by the dependent source and power consumed by the independent source, 8 volt source. When the value of current is 4 ampere and second when the value of current is minus 3 amperes. Very simple question. I think now by this time you should be very, it should be on fingertips how to solve this. Okay, let us take the first bit and say that when I is equals to 4 ampere, let us try to find out P1 and P2. Before going to that, this dependent source of 2I, it is nothing but a voltage source. Inside you see you have marked plus and minus. So this is nothing but a voltage source. But it depends upon what? Its value is 2 into I. It depends upon the current. So it is a current dependent voltage source. It is a voltage source, but it depends upon what? It depends upon the current because the value of this current source is 2 into I. 2 into I. So it depends upon some current. So it's a voltage source. So it is nothing but current dependent voltage source. Fine. So it is a voltage source. Here you have another source of 8 volts. It is a independent source, 8 volts. Now let us try to find out what is the power P1 and P2 for I equals to 4. Now I is equals to 4 amperes given to you. That means a plus, it is positive 4 amperes. That means whatever is the direction of I given to you in the circuit is right. Means I equals to 4 indicates, plus 4 indicates that whatever is the direction given to you in circuit is right. That means current is definitely going to flow like this only. Okay. Now let us say this current I is going like this. Let me take some other color. Let us say current I is going like this and coming, and it is entering which terminal now? It is entering the negative terminal of the battery. So power is, V into I. Now V is 8 volts. Current is how much? Current is 4. Fine. But it is entering which terminal? It is entering the negative terminal of the battery. So it is minus 8 into 4. It is minus 32 watts. Minus 32 watts. Okay. That is P1. Fine. Because you see current, we know that our power is positive when current enters the positive terminal. But right now you see current is entering the negative. That's the power is minus 32. Similarly, P2 equals to, I have taken minus 8 because current is entering the negative. That's why. Now you see the same current I will come like this and enter the enter where? Enter the positive terminal of the voltage source. So again the power is V into I. Now V is how much? It is 2 into I. V is how much? What is the value of voltage source? It is 2 into I, and I am writing plus because it is current is entering the positive. And what is the value of current? It is 4. This will be 2 into 4 into 4. How much? 16 to 32 watts. But a positive sign. Positive indicates that this dependent source is absorbing the power, and P1 is minus 32 means this voltage source is delivering the power. Okay. Minus 32 means what? The independent source of 8 volts is giving the power, and power P2 is 32 watts means dependent source is absorbing the power. Let me take the second bit and wind it up. Second bit says that I equals to minus 3. Fine. I equals to minus 3. So for minus 3, let me find out what is power. Power P1 is V into I. V is how much? Minus 8. Because current is entering the negative. I is, let us say I is coming like this and entering the negative. I is how much now? I is how much now? I is minus 3. So it is 24 watts. See, I have taken the voltage source. Current is entering the negative terminal. So if current enters the negative terminal, it should be minus V. Whereas into I, and what is the value of I given to you? I given to you is minus 3. Minus 8 into minus 3 is 24 watt. That means what? This power is being absorbed by this source. Similarly, P2 can be how much? V into I. Let us say where is P2? P2 is the power of the dependent source. Dependent source, voltage source is plus minus. Current is entering the positive. So power is still, voltage is still 2 into I into what is the value of current? What is the value of current? Current is minus 3. That is equal to 2 into I. I is minus 3. So 2 into minus 3 into minus 3. How much it is? 9, 9 to 18. 18 watts. It's 18 watts. Okay. So this is all, about the basic problems which, we can, how we can solve it. We have seen this. So you should also be, so in this way you can solve more number of problems. If you have any queries, you can just post it. We can discuss on that. Okay. And let us see some more new topics in the next class. Thank you.